Yo, what's up? It's your boy Currency 365. Hope you guys are doing well. Legends never die, they stay in our hearts. If you want to support us, click the like button, subscribe to the channel, and also you can come down here and hit the join button under the video or in our channel section. And you can also join our Patreon, patreon.com/currency365. And we also have Cash App and also PayPal for supports if you want to sow some seeds. Peace out. God bless. Enjoy the video and keep the movement going. Legends. Bye. All right. Welcome back to Currency 365. Hope you guys are doing well. All right, so I just talked about XRP. That was a great video, XRP XLM Flare. So check that out. Now we're talking about Shiba Inu. We're going to check out the Shibarium tokens as well. Shiba Inu, the markets are pumping today, and Shiba Inu was pumping, and people were on live doing videos about Shiba Inu, and all of a sudden it started to sell off again. So for some reason, they won't let it get past this 3.5 anymore. Looks like there's a big wall there at 3.5 for some reason there. 4035. And, comments from Shytoshi, didn't really help either. Kind of took the life out of it as well. Somebody asked Satoshi, why not burn 1 trillion Shiba Inu like Floki did? So Floki, another meme coin, exploded up 800% since February, and that's because the developer said we're going to burn 1 trillion Floki tokens, right? And so that thing went completely nuts to the upside, right? And they made the announcement when everything was pumping, and that's the perfect time to make those types of announcements when the whole world is watching the crypto markets and money is flowing into the crypto market. You want your token to shine, and that's what Floki did at the perfect time, and so they said, hey, wow, we got it. While everybody is focused on altcoins and crypto, we're gonna burn 1 trillion tokens. Boom, everything. Floki just absolutely screams, right? So Floki was up at 800% over the last month and some change here. And so somebody asked Satoshi, why don't you just do the same thing, and get Shiba Inu's prices up and get burn 1 trillion tokens here. And Satoshi said, because we don't have 1 trillion tokens to burn. He says, because unlike Floki devs, we don't have. Now, why don't you have that's an endowment on you? You know what I mean? Like Floki's devs have 1 trillion Floki tokens to burn. Why don't the Shiba Inu team have 1 trillion tokens to burn? Right? Why isn't there some type of treasury, like Votoshi has a treasury, right, for Volt tokens, right? So he can do burns in the future. Floki Dev have treasury where they can burn tokens in the future, right? A lot of Pepe, same thing, right? They have sig wallets and multi sig wallet where they can actually take some out and burn. We just saw that from BNB Tiger, right? BNB Tiger going into their treasury vault and burning 40,000 BNB tokens, right? So why doesn't the Shiba Inu dev team have any SHIB tokens? And that's exactly why we've been screaming at the Shiba Inu dev team for years now, right? This is exactly what I was talking about. I mean, why wouldn't you have trillions of Shiba Inu in your treasury? This is the one of the most popular tokens in the entire world, and our own dev team don't even have tokens. This is what I was talking about, and Satoshi just confirmed it. I've been saying this for years now. As since I've been going at them, these guys don't even have tokens, man. How are you the devs of Shiba Inu and you have no SHIB tokens? And so And I'm not trying to, I'm not, it's not, I'm not trying to clown them. I am confirming what I've been saying for years because these people were saying that we were fudding and all this, saying all this nonsense. And yet Shytoshi yesterday confirmed that we don't even have a trillion tokens. This is crazy. So nobody in the ship dev team um, didn't think Ryoshi himself didn't think of this brilliant plan to make sure that there was Shiba Inu in the treasury so that you can burn in the future, right? Now, Shibburn did say that there was a wallet that held about 90 trillion tokens, but if they sign into that wallet and move that wallet and send it to the burn and they burn that 90 plus trillion, people will realize that site Ryoshi never existed and was all a lie. Right. So you got to go back to ship burn and go down and read that stuff when he was going after the Shiba Inu dev team. You can go back and read that and so you can get it more clearly. It might even be on Shipburn's website where you can read what they were talking about at that time. But he said something like that Shiba Inu and the dev team can burn 90 to 100 trillion tokens if they go into that Ryoshi wallet and burn that. And but it would then reveal that Ryoshi wasn't real, right? And that it was all made up. So that's why he believes that they're not going to do it. But and I said, I don't give a crap. Get in that wallet and burn 90 trillion times. We don't give a crap if Ryoshi is real or not. Get in there and burn 90 to 100 trillion tokens and send this thing to the freaking moon. I mean, 100 trillion tokens burn? I mean, that would be crazy, right? That would put us down to 489 trillion tokens, right? We would drop it. We would drop 1 0 at least, right? We would definitely drop 1 0. That would definitely 100 trillion tokens coming off of Shiba Inu would put us at a $200 billion market cap where we belong. Okay, so when I saw Shytoshi say that, I was like, there's my and not one of you guys even said anything. You guys well maybe you guys didn't even know he said it. He responded to somebody on Twitter about it, and a couple people wrote an article about it. And I think somebody did put it in the Telegram group, but nobody, not one person in the Telegram group even said a word. When that person posted it, so they didn't say, "Hey, currency." The whole this time you've been saying that they don't have the dev team don't even have tokens. No, they don't. How can they be the ship dev team? No, they're the Shibarium. That's why Clay Bro calls them the Shibarium dev team. How are you the Shiba Inu dev team when you have no tokens? That makes sense, right? So yeah, so we got our confirmation yesterday from Shytoshi. They have no tokens. They have no tokens at all. They have no tokens of Shiba Inu. Like that doesn't make that make sense, man. Um, but it is what it is. All right. So, and I think some people got word of that, and so Shim started selling off again. So, anyways, I'm not sure why Shim is selling off here a little bit and not pumping with the rest of the markets, but it is what it is. So, I'm hoping that we do see a pump here. But that is very disappointing that the ship dev team doesn't even have a trillion ship tokens. I mean, that's crazy. Because remember this thing was down. This thing had how many zeros did this thing have back in those days? I mean, 10, 15, 11, 12, 13 zeros. Like the dev members and the people running Shiba Inu don't have a trillion tokens and some type of treasury reserves or anything. Like, that's crazy. That's crazy. That says everything you need to know. Like, they dumped all this stuff and they got rich and they started creating all these other tokens that nobody care about. You know what I mean? Unfortunately, but we still, I'm a holder of some of these tokens, like Bone, and I'm hoping, and God said Bone was going to go to $20, so let's, and then up to $80 to $100. in the peak of the bull cycle. So I'm in Bone, right? And I hope Bone does well, even though I shouldn't be in this stuff, but I'm in Bone and I'm going to hope that and pray that it does well, right? Um, but anyways, it is what it is. So that was a confirmation for me today. Confirmation that they don't own any tokens of Shiba Inu. So they're the Shibarium dev team, not the Shiba Inu dev team, because you got to hold tokens to be called the Shiba Inu dev team, right? And that's why they don't do anything for Shiba Inu, right? And that's why we have to fight for burns, we have to fight for everything, because if you don't hold the tokens, and you're not going to want to do anything for it, because why would I want to do stuff for something I don't hold? So, why would I want to talk about something I don't hold on video either? It was like an influencer. Why would I talk about something I don't even hold on video? So, anyways, it is what it is, man. So I'm hoping that Shiba Inu consolidates here and then explodes towards that 888 area. So you can see that we do have a nice little flag here. So we'll see if we can get to this side and head towards 888 this week. By this weekend, we want Shiba Inu to be around 888 and then trying to break that all-time high and hit and then dropping another zero here, right? As we go into the end of March here, or the second half of March, we want Shiba Inu to be at the 888 and then dropping another zero here and then putting a one here, and that's three zeros and a one, and see how high we can go from there, right? And so see if we can hopefully maybe drop one more zero and get to a three here. If not, then maybe we get to a three here, and that's another 10x, and then we pull back from there, and then we try again at the second half of the year to try to get to that 0.003. But I still think my goal for the Shiba Inu this year is to put a three right there at 0.003, right? And so every 100 million tokens you have will be worth $300,000, right? So that's the goal this year for me. I know TC said he thinks he wants to see $1 this year, and Mac Praise and others want to see $1 this year. That's incredible if that happens. Hey, we shout out to y'all if that happens. That would be incredible, right? So you're gonna see easily a lot of burns, because you put a one right here with no burns. You're talking about $589 trillion market cap. Yeah, that's more than everything combined in the world, right? So, and for one token, so that would be insane. But I'm guessing that it's coming. It comes with massive burns, right? So I'm thinking maybe TC and Mac think that it's gonna burn. They're gonna burn 500 trillion tokens to get there, So, and if let's say they burn 500 trillion tokens, that would put them at a 98. That's still a 98 trillion market cap, right? So, which is still ridiculous, but anything is possible in cryptos. We've seen just the craziest things happen. So that's why I'm not gonna say it's not gonna happen. Anything can happen at any time. Somebody can come in and wipe out and clean out 500 trillion tokens, and just and just, or somebody can take 500 trillion tokens and not burn it, but lock it up. They can do a lockup. Maybe a whole bunch of bankers come in, take the tokens, and they lock it up like Jasmine coin. And instead of burning it, they lock it up, right? And so it's just, why doesn't the dev team do that? By the way, I just thought about that. Why doesn't the dev team do that? Why don't the dev teams do a campaign to lock up 90% of Shiba Inu tokens for the future, right? That would be awesome. Why don't they do a buyback? Buyback and lockups. Buyback and lockups. Buyback. You want to get to 1 cent? You want to get to $1 this year? The Shiba Inu team does, first of all, they have to contact CoinMarketCap and get this circulating supply in real time. That's one thing they have to do. And then once it's in real time, the Shiba Inu team, a dev team, and their partners do a massive buyback and lockups, and they're not burning the tokens; they're locking it up, and they lock up the tokens for, let's say, 5 years, and 1 to 5 years. So some of the tokens will be locked up for 1 year, some of the tokens will be locked up for 2, 3, 4, 5, up to 5 years, and they lock up these tokens so that the value can go to the freaking moon, right? That's how we could do it as well. is if we do lockups like Jasmine Coin. So that's interesting. So we can do burns, and then we can also do lockups, right? Where the dev team lock up these tokens. Why don't they own these tokens, right? Why don't they have 1 trillion tokens? The ship army should be pressuring the dev teams and saying, okay, you guys don't have any tokens. Currency was right about that, and that's why you guys don't like them. But now that we know that, now we're gonna encourage you to do lockups. Start a lockup program where you start locking up Shiba Inu tokens for the future, right? And then you can unlock them later down the road when they have a lot of value. You can unlock them little by little, and then you guys can cash out. That benefits the dev team right there. I don't even like the dev team, and I'm telling them exactly what they should do to benefit their own token. And then when the token has so much value, it's in the pennies and dollars. Those lockups come available, and then the dev teams can make a lot of money in the future, right? So that's something they can do. Okay, so that's one thing that they can do. They can just do lockups, and then that's how we get to $1, right? Okay, so let's get to what's the other tokens on this thing. Bad Idea AI is one of them. I still hold my bad idea. I told you guys everybody get 100 billion tokens of Bad Idea and just hold it. Remember when I said that? I said that last year, right? I said when this as they bring this thing down because of the WF and all the meetings that secret meetings that they had, that they're gonna bring this thing down, get everybody out of it, and then they're gonna pump it back up, and then they're gonna pump it into the billions. Remember I told you guys that, and so did Apostle, right? So I told you guys when that happens, go get 100 billion tokens. It's gonna be easy to get 100 billion tokens. A lot of you guys are, I can't get 100 billion tokens. It's too expensive. Well, it was really cheap at one point, right? This thing got down to like a $9 billion, $8 billion market cap at one point, right? It was down in the dumps, right? And you could have got 100 billion tokens, no problem. Okay, so now it's at 22 million, right? So now it's a little bit harder to get 100 billion tokens, but you can still get it, right? It's still achievable. So everybody, I told you guys, everybody just get 100 billion tokens and just hold it, right? So that when this thing goes into 50 billion market cap, then you can sell it the peak of the bull cycle next year, right? So, anyways, it is what it is. So here's Bad Idea AI. It's up 2% today, and you can check out the year, And this was the best time to get it. Right here was the best time to get that 100 billion that 100 billion tokens right here when it was really in the dumps, right? Okay, so now I'm starting to show life again. So, and so will it run with Shiba Inu? I guess it will. I guess it's a partner. It might be the tree token. We don't know, or it could be this one right here, Sheila Inu. Right, Sheila could be the tree token, and so we'll see. Right, so there's Sheila Inu. Man, not really much going on the charts. Let's look at the last 7. Okay, it's been pumping a little bit there in the last 7 days, up 14%. 41% in the last month. So that's pretty good. And you can see here. So, okay, well, is this thing are they going to reinstate it? Are they going to, what are they going to do with this one? Are they going to reinstate it? Or are they going to make it a tree token? We don't know. And same thing with Bad Idea. We just don't know. We don't know. Okay, Bad Idea is an AI, so it's gonna do well just because of it. It's an AI, and AI plays are gonna go completely nuts this year, right? Um, and then what's the other one? Bone. And so let's look at Bone here. Bone's at 110. At least Bone's back over $1. I mean, it was embarrassing. This thing was at 50 cents in the dumps, right? So Bone is back over $1, and it did pull back 5% today. So so I want this thing to pump here and head towards $20. And then next year, $80 to $100. That would be awesome. Let's get it done. And then so what's the other one? Sheena and and then Paul, and that's it, right? Sheena and Paul. So Sheena is up 17% today, but we're just back to that 16-minute market. So every time Sheena goes up, it's like, okay, are we making new highs? No, we're back to a 16. Like, wait a minute, we're still lower than we were a couple days ago when we were at 19, right? 20-minute market. So Sheena trying to recover here, and it's up 17% today, and you can always every time we get to this area here, somebody just continues to dump. It's like, where are they getting all these shares from, and who's doing it? So at some point, you're gonna realize that these lead devs that you think are so friendly and nice, and these leaders in the Sheena community and other communities, they're the ones doing it. It's the same thing that happened with Vote when everybody was like, "Who keeps dumping here at these prices?" And now everybody's like, "It was Pablo." the whole time, right? So Pablo and his crew, right, constantly dumping while they're promoting Vote. Oh, it's so lovely, and yet they're constantly dumping on everybody. That's what the people of Vote Union were saying, right? And so I got out when all that stuff was happening. Right, I left the community. I still hold over 1 billion vote tokens, but I got out completely of the community, right, because of what was happening and what I saw happening, right, and the way they were treating people in the community was awful. So, but the same thing could be happening here with Sheena. These guys that we're talking about that keep dumping Sheena, it could be the people that actually have a lot of tokens that are claiming to be, I'm not going to mention names because I don't know that for sure, but it's the same thing that's happening in other communities. So all you gotta do, you watch some of these people's. Well, they're not gonna tell you which wallets they have, right? Because everybody has multiple wallets and stuff, so you're not gonna know. They'll have a wallet where they don't touch, and then they have a wallet where they just trade and dump, trade and dump, trade and dump, and then you don't know who that wallet is, right? So, um, so yeah, I really do think that it could be some of the leaders in Sheena that are the ones that are dumping every time, and not these mysterious people that are just buying it up and then dumping it. It literally could be the people in the Telegram groups and the people that are leading Sheena could be the people that constantly dump this thing. They have a wallet set aside where they trade it and they just buy and dump it. That's how they make their money, and then they have a hodl bag. Now, there's nothing illegal about that. It's just that it's kind of weird that you would do that and you would constantly just dump this and you won't let it run. I mean, up here we're ready to run, right? We're ready to get into new highs and stuff, and it's just constantly the constant dump and dump and dump, and it's like, who has all these tokens? Well, then you got to go back and say, okay, the leaders have these tokens because a normal person doesn't have this much tokens to constantly be dumping. Only the leaders have this. Only the leaders have this type of tokens to be doing that, right? So all you gotta do is put ABC together, folks. You know what I mean? So some of these people that you're calling heroes and leaders and all this stuff in these communities are the same people that are dumping on you. Okay. Same thing in Luna Classic. Who's dumping on Luna Classic? Who's dumping all their USTC to stop it from going up to 5 to 10, 20 cents? Oh yeah, the same people you're delegated to. The validators. Duh. They're the ones with all the tokens. So at any given time, when you guys want to wake up, you'll realize that the people with all the tokens are the ones who are the ones dumping on you every single time they get a chance to. Okay, it's not the little guys. It's not you and me. That have like 5, 10 billion tokens. It's the people that have 100 billion tokens and more, right? And they get to constantly buy and then dump and buy and dump and dump and buy and dump and it's like, man, when are they gonna stop doing that, right? While pretending, oh, we're for the community, and then they're laughing in the background because they know that people can't figure it out that it's them. Your worst enemies, a lot of times, your worst enemies are sitting right next to you. And so you know, and so that's true in a lot of things, right? And so that is true in life. A lot of times your worst enemy is sitting right next to you. Could be your coworker, could be your roommate, could be your spouse, could be your family member. And in this case in cryptos, it could be your own leaders, right? And what did Rodney say? Never trust if a dev team member is lips are moving, he's lying. And shout out to Rodney. Shout out to Jake and Rodney, right? Oh, that's funny. Yeah, I always remember that. All right. I think Rodney's moving to Miami, so I guess I'll see them up there. But anyway, hope you guys are well. And I think that's it. We covered all the tokens. Oh, we didn't cover Paul. Let's cover Paul real quick before we get out of here. And please watch the the XRP video because I do go into story time and tell you guys a little bit of some of the history. Some of you guys that don't remember some of the stuff from the history of XRP and the currency 365 videos. I do talk about that and a little bit of history on that. So I thought that was a really good video. So check that video out. All right, so here's Paul's Zone down 3% today. So a lot of the Shibarium tokens are down today for some strange reason why the markets are pumping. So I don't know. Bitcoin hit 72,000, still above 72,000, and is up 3%. And XRP, Ethereum is up over 4%. I mean, over 3% as well, 4,000. You would think the Ethereum tokens will be shooting to the upside, but here's here's Shiba Inu, and it's down when everything else is up. Well, Tron's down, but okay, well, a lot of things are up, and the Shibarium tokens are not. So that's kind of weird. Anyways, peace out. God bless. I'll see you guys in the next video. The ship dev team confirms by Shytoshi they don't hold any. They don't hold. They might hold a little bit, but they don't hold. They don't even hold 1 trillion tokens. So there you go. What are we gonna do now, folks? Hey, look, Taylor Swift token. That's interesting. Swifties. Peace out, guys. Bye.